Training all morning, my belly is starving. I'm a rap-loving guy. I got me a hunch that I just decided on sukiyaki for lunch. Yeah.
In these shows, there are genuinely two types of black anime characters. On one side, they are one of the toughest, coolest, strongest aura farmers to ever exist. And then on the other side, they are selling the bag in terms of representation. In this video, we're going to go over some of the most insane representations of black characters in anime, and of course, talking about how they end up being absolute aura lobs to other characters. Now, of course, just to preface here, this is no attack on Japanese culture, we're just here to have some fun. First example we got here is Miguel from Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, to add some context to this, the hype around this man was ridiculous. Whenever Gege, the author, says something along the lines of stood up to Satoru Gojo, went hand to hand with Satoru Gojo, just know that he's lying, bro. Why is he rage baiting us? What did he see? Because the way they were hyping this man up, he was talking about some, I don't even have to take the life of Satoru Gojo. My job is just to stall him. They were gassing this guy's cursed talk about some, it can disrupt Satoru Gojo's infinity. I was actually prepared for some absolute cinema, and he's from Africa, like what more needs to be said? However, when we get to the actual fight, this is one of the most brutal beatdowns JJK has ever seen. Maybe the most brutal beatdown. Because the moment this guy sets eyes on Gojo, it's genuinely on sight. Because he does his best job to stall Satoru Gojo, but ends up being a LeBron to D-Wade type aura lob. Tell me why one of the lines for the show is genuinely, do you know how long it took the people from my country to weave this rope imbued with cursed energy? Just for it to be an aura lob and Gojo to say, like I care, I can outmatch it in about 1 second. Bro, what are we doing here, gang? Do something. This is like sending the one homie who never reads to the front of the class for popcorn reading. You just know it's absolutely cooked. And taking a look at these panels, Gojo never handed out hands like this throughout the entire series except at this one point, bruh. Like genuinely, Miguel was talking so tough about some I'll stall Satoru Gojo just to get beat up on like this, bro. I saw a comment that said Gojo never put out hands like this in the entire series. This had to be racially motivated. And Gege really out here talk about some he can physically withstand Satoru Gojo. He's just lying, bro. The downplay is crazy. This guy will be out here downplaying Satoru Gojo just to make it seem like it would be a fair fight. Like, no it won't, bruh. So anyway, in this fight, he's attempting to stall Satoru Gojo, and he attempts to use his rope to disrupt Satoru Gojo. Guess what? Just like any other time anyone challenges Satoru Gojo, it doesn't work, bro. Gojo proceeds to lay out absolute hands across this man, teleport to this man, and not even let him run away. I mean, this guy was getting the beats laid on him so bad, he was crashing into cars. Gojo's hands were flying, and the animated new ball, this fight was actually based off the Ip Man movie, where bro was beating on someone else so bad, it was genuinely ridiculous. So as you can see, Miguel was just absolutely getting beat up on, and guess what? He lost the fight, by far. And then in the seasons after this, we rarely ever see this man, by the way. I mean, I think from that point on, his job is just to like train Utah. Apparently, he didn't want to see Gojo because he got beat up on so bad. Not surprised. But anyway, it was genuinely terrible. What was going on here, bro? The second example of this is Killer B from Naruto. Now, I haven't finished watching Naruto, but the way this guy shows up on screen is so annoying, bro. I'm sorry. I'm telling you guys, I watched through straight up hundreds of episodes of Naruto, including the original series, just to get to Shippuden to see the first black character. I'm like, hold on. Bro has one of the tailed beasts, you know. He's a Jinchuriki, which if you don't know, it's like sealed inside of people. It makes them super powerful. You have like basically one of the strongest weapons in the series sealed up inside of you, okay? You're gonna be tough if you have one of these. They're gassing this guy up. They got Sasuke, a top 5 aura farmer in the series, going up against this guy. This is about to be pure cinema. And the first time we see bro on the screen, he's rapping, bro.
Training all morning, my belly is starving. I'm a rap-loving guy. I got me a hunch that I just decided on sukiyaki for lunch. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And it's not even good rapping. It's like mid rapping. Like what kind of rapping is this? It just sounds bad. Like canonically, he can't even sing canonically.
Only one who gets to dig me is me, yo. So stand back and stay back, or you're gonna get whacked. Boy, if you don't...
So he comes out to battle Sasuke, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks like he's dishing out straight hands. He's fighting with 8 blades at the same time whilst rapping. He's talking tough. So I'm like, hold on, he might be tough. You know, he's going back and forth with Sasuke. I'm like, okay, you know what? He's standing up against a Sharingan user. He's fighting against the Chidori. You know, he might be one of them. He might be one of them ones. So, you know, as the fight goes on, though, it very quickly goes downhill because bro brings out his Jinchuriki, right? And I'm not gonna lie, it's a chopped Jinchuriki, okay? It's chopped, but he's still tough with it. I'm not gonna lie, he's tough with. So as he gets into the fight, turns out he's just an aura lob to Sasuke. He's an aura lob to Sasuke because during the fight, guess what happens? Sasuke just uses this excuse to start spamming different Sharingan abilities that you can't do anything against. If you guys don't know what Amaterasu is, it's basically eternal black flames that you can't put out. Yeah, just out of nowhere, guys. Like, we've only seen this one other time in the series. He's just gonna bust it out right now, which is crazy. The moment he uses this, he gets folded. He gets absolutely destroyed. It's not close, because once he gets lit up like that, he can't fight anymore. He's done. It's basically wraps after that point, because this whole Jinchuriki gets absolutely folded. Now, I'm not gonna lie, he put the beats on Sasuke's squad, but after Sasuke started spamming his overpowered abilities, there's nothing he could do. Now, we actually find out later on in the series that he doesn't get taken away here. He actually managed to escape, but still he gets knocked out. Like, it's bad, bro. And I'm like, yo, why is bro rapping in almost every other sentence? I'm dead, bro. Was this necessary? Is bro tough? I need to get like the general community consensus on this guy. Like, do people think he's genuinely tough? Am I overreacting here? Is he a tough character later on in the series? Maybe I'm just missing out, you know? Maybe I just need to get to a specific point in the show and then we just all find out he's a majestic aura farmer and I just need to take back everything I said. But from this scene alone, bro, he's just another reason for Sasuke to be tough. I'm sorry, bro. But last but not least, we have arguably the most insane example of this guy not representing us, bro. And this is this guy from Classroom of the Elite. I don't think he has a name, bro, because they barely call him by his name in the series. Now, I'm not gonna lie, in this show is about like 200 IQ genius move plays every other episode, every other line and sentence. All right, it's centered around this emotionless protagonist, Aina Koji, whose fanbase and series glazes him 24/7. The glaze is crazy for this guy, I'm not gonna lie. The new season has been coming out there, the fans have been glazed, right? So the whole point of this guy is to get glazed. And throughout the entire series, there's other geniuses who are trying to compete with Aina Koji. There's this other guy called Ryuen, right? He's meant to be like the bad genius. Like, think that guy from Death Note. I think his name was like Mello or something. You know, the guy who's basically the means justify the ends kind of person. He's willing to do whatever it takes, even if it's evil. Basically, he's willing to do anything. And he's essentially got one of Aina Koji's friends trapped. And he's like being aggressive and stuff. So Aina Koji pulls up, talk about some, yeah, you only have 4 people. You're gonna need more than that. Right, so our fella over here, right, he's standing looking tough. Basically, throughout this entire series, this guy does not speak Japanese, by the way. His job is just to stand there and be big, dangerous guy. All right, he basically stands there the whole series and just does this. Telling you right now, I think he speaks like one time and it's in English, bro. Okay, and he just stands there. So I'm like, okay, you know what, maybe bro's tough, you know, he's big. It seems like his whole role in the series is to be a bodyguard. So I'm like, okay, you know what, maybe he can throw hands, like maybe he's legit. Okay, Aina Koji pulls up on Ryuen. His one friend pulls up, he gets the beats put on, it's back. Okay, he just, yeah, his friends gets folded. Then our dude steps in, right? He's looking all tough. He swings, Aina Koji's out here blocking, bro. He's an Oralob. He's a bad Oralob. Because he's doing all that. He's throwing fists. I don't think he lands a single punch on Aina Koji. Like, I don't think he lands a single punch. The whole fight is just Aina Koji blocking everything, like, genuinely, on some, like, flash step, ultra instinct, blocking everything. He then proceeds to absolutely beat the brakes off this guy by, like, hitting him in the stomach and then in the head and knocking him clean out on the ground. Bearing in mind, this is a 1v4 fight in front of the HUD. How is he doing this? After Aina Koji absolutely lays the beats on this guy and folds him like a lawn chair, okay? The girl comes out to fight him. Apparently, this goes 2 separate ways, okay? In the light novel, he grabs her by the neck and just throws her to the ground. In the animated series, he just like blocks a couple shots and then knocks her out, okay? Then he comes to fight Ryuen, who's talking tough. I don't feel fear. I'm impressed, but you can't stand up to me. Yeah, he gets whooped bad. It's not close. He gets destroyed essentially, right? He gets the beats broken off of him. He tries to fight Koji. You know, he gets Koji in like an arm bar. Koji's like, I've never felt fear in my life. I don't feel fear right now. It gets reversed on him. At the end of the scene, he's getting beaten in the face hard, and he's talking about, I'm never gonna give up. You might take this victory now, but I'll be back next time. Yeah, by the end of the scene, his face is swollen and he's on the ground. And so far in the later season, he's been glazing Aina Koji, talking about this guy beat me once, just a minute in front of people. So those were the 3 characters that I just wanted to just point out and have a comedic analysis on. This is nothing too serious. It's just something funny that I noticed and decided to talk about. So let me know if you guys agree or disagree with anything I'm saying. I thought it was pretty hilarious, but honestly, it's pretty funny. But I want to know, have you guys noticed this too? And give me some examples of some characters that were tough. Okay, some black characters that were tough. You know, we can't just dunk on some of these characters and not acknowledge that there have been some great Japanese writers who have made some great black characters. You know, we're going to give some credit to that. But yeah, this was pretty hilarious. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow my other socials at Hyperstrides on everything else. You guys are the best, and see ya.